it's Dustin with TechMD. We're going to come at you with an A32 5G. It's a flat back and it's a piece of junk according to the customer. It's also bowed and bent, as you may or may not been able to see on the video. I do not recommend buying just the glass and LCD. Pay the extra money, buy it with a frame. That way you don't have a bent phone when you try to put a flat piece of glass on there. A lot of times your phones can bend with drops and whatnot, especially when they're made out of cheap plastic. So this is one of those phones that you do want to try to buy the best quality when it comes to fixing it, or you're just not going to have a great time. So what we're going to do is we're going to take it off the back and transfer all the components over. Please watch the video before doing the repair. Watch it all the way through, then order the parts, and if you already have the parts, fine, just watch it through, because this is my first time repairing it and I want to make sure that you guys see all the mistakes or no mistakes done before actually doing the repair yourself. So you want to put it on a heat mat similar to this, and you can find that on Amazon or the link in the description, and same with the parts as well. I'll link that in the description as well. Right now just put it at 200 because this is made out of plastic, so we don't, well, maybe glass, not sure. Yeah, it's possibly, we'll find out. Glass we can go a little hotter. Let that warm up and get it to warm to the touch, hot to touch. Wear some gloves. And then we will start introducing some tools here. If your phone doesn't turn off, it's not a big deal. Usually phones will just overheat and turn off by themselves. So we're gonna start off with the iFlex tool here and just enter in between the, looks like plastic and the metal frame. And then we're going to use an iPlastix tool since we don't have any clue what's underneath this. If you find great resistance, then you don't want to cut that. Thank you. But feels like it's pretty easy, so no resistance here. Get some resistance here. It might be just the adhesive, and I can hear some adhesive pulling apart. I don't dive in very deep on the sides just because there is possibly cables we don't want to damage. And I was right. Cables here, cables all around here. These are all these antenna lines. If you use a metal tool, you may scrape those and peel them off. Phone's already cooled down enough for me to actually handle, so we're going to go ahead and remove the gloves. And we're going to go ahead and pop out the SIM. I use a SIM card tool to pop it out. Just insert deep. And that is totally not working, so we are going to use our iseasmo tool. Pop out that SIM, that'll help. Rotate that over so the SIM tray doesn't fall on you. Let's go ahead and remove all these screws. If they're giving you a little bit of hassle, use your magnetizer. Rotate our screwdriver. And then we can take out all those screws. Most of the time that's going to be rare right now just due to what I'm doing. All right, so now that we got this piece off here, it looks like we need to disconnect this cable here, possibly. So we are going to get our plastic tool here and disconnect. And now we got to go between the black plastic and the plastic metal frame. I don't know what it is. It looks metal. Ow. There we go. Now that's plastic, I think. Certainly feels like it. It gives the appeal of metal. Yeah, that is definitely plastic.
What?
Because metal would be a lot more thicker.
That is crazy. It looks just like metal.
The 42 5G and the 52 5G is definitely metal.
Oh.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and disconnect the battery here. And looks like the display cable here. Front camera. And we should be able to leave that on there. And I don't know what this is. Some cable. Let's get the screws out. Got one right here. Try not to slip on your tools. You don't want to be breaking anything. That's why I use the grip tools. They're very solid. Okay, and remember the white cord's up above the blue cord. So if you do disconnect them, that's fine, just you have to reconnect them, and they are a pain to reconnect, so I don't recommend you disconnecting them if you can. Hence why I tell you to watch the video before doing anything. All right. We got this piece, this piece, this piece. An ear speaker. This cable here. I would say we're gonna just go ahead and just warm this up. If the battery gives you any resistance, you can put some alcohol in there. You don't have to, but I like to use heat and alcohol to remove these batteries. Make sure you use 99% so you don't hurt nothing. And then I'm gonna go ahead and put it on the heater. I'm gonna increase the temperature to maximum so it doesn't take forever. Okay, now that I've left this thing on for like 5 minutes to warm up, we can finally lift up the battery carefully. You can use the iPlastix tool to get underneath it to help separate that glue as well. So that's been removed, and let's go ahead and remove front camera here. You didn't need to warm up for that one. Carefully remove this piece here. It's your ear speaker. They love to separate, so dig below it. See if this whole thing comes out. That'd be nice. Nope, they don't. I found the best tack of angles right there. And right here for the vibration motor. All right, throw that off to the side. Let's put the vibration motor in. Pull off any additional plastic pieces. Put that camera in after we put the board in. Go ahead and put the ear speaker in. And now we can put the motherboard in. And the daughter board. It's just one unit. Better that way. Go ahead and just push down the blue cable down in the little crevice that it has for the frame. Go ahead and move this. This needs to go between the blue cable. Oh, that's fun. There we go. Plug that in. Let's go ahead and screw this in while we're here. Don't mind the new brackets that are sitting over here. That's just, I was working on another fun while this was warming up. Put our other black screw in. All right, let's push down this blue cable again. I want it to come back up. And then our white cable right alongside with the blue cable. If this cable comes up, then your frame, plastic frame won't sit properly. So you gotta make sure that you do that. Put our battery in, it's more up than down. Plug in our batteries and cables here. Let's go ahead and disconnect the battery before I plug in these last two cables. It helps you, you know, from not frying stuff, so why not? Better be cautious than that. All right, let's plug that in. Frame is next. So I'm just eyeing the frame here and making sure it snaps. As I can tell, we're no longer bent. It's always a good thing. I'm gonna put our screws in with our grip tool, 00. You can grab this tool at Ninja Gadget's link down below, or you can grab another 00 screw set that I will put for Amazon in the link in the description. If you find this phone too complicated to fix, it's not up your alley, you can always mail in your phone. And the best way to do that is contact us via email or phone call. We have literally thousands of people over the course of a year send in their phones to TechMD, and I'd be glad to fix it myself personally for you. Put your plastic back on the heater that's cooling down now. Mine's cooling down, so I'll just put it on there. It helps warm up that glue so we can stick it back on. If you feel like you pulled up all your glue, you can use T7000. It's a great glue to help glue that back down. Let's go ahead and turn it on just to test, make sure it works. It does. You just don't want any extra thick glue sitting out. Be careful not to cut into the battery. That will explode in your face if you do. And it will leave burn marks on your soul and face. Okay, looks like we are on, and I just do emergency always, just double check, but you can do a full test if you like before sealing it in. And set that down and eye it up. Like I said, if it's coming up, then you just use some T7000 to glue it down if it needs it. Just press down for about 30 seconds in every possible corner. Put your SIM tray in. That's pretty much it. Make sure you test your internet and make sure that still works, because it may or may not work if you didn't connect the cables right. Looks like the aftermarket one is the same thickness, which is always good. So aftermarket quality, in my opinion, looks good on this A32 5G. Some of the aftermarket ones may or may not look as good. To be honest, this might be original. Oh, it is original, so never mind. I don't know what an aftermarket one looks like quite yet. So I might not have it yet. Anyways, guys, please like and subscribe and share the video if you can. Leave a comment if you have any questions. Feel free to hit me up. And thanks for watching.